I like the rain falling down on me. Hey, we made it to August. August 1st. Uh-oh, we'd better get those products out the door. Yeah, August 1st, 2024, year of the living history. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. NDA implied. I think I'm going to start mentioning NDAs more now that I'm getting my content out there and maybe people are interested. I don't know. That's up to them. So, yeah, I'm back to recording because I seem to have exhausted all the smart connects on Alignable for today. So my next appointment is like 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, I believe. Um, yeah, branding. Okay, you want branding? I've downloaded a few more public domain unicorn images. And on my background right now, I have a great one that I will describe. Yeah, cute little feminine, cute. Did I mention cute? Unicorn with multicolored mane, not necessarily. Well, maybe it is rainbow. Yeah, I think it's rainbow. Not as rainbowy as others I've seen. Got a nice little heart on the cheek and kind of a smile, kind of a sleeping smile. Um, that would be a cool logo. That can be a cool logo. Though my previous one I was thinking of was a public domain. I always go for public domain if I can. You really, the internet's a dangerous place, okay? You want to be careful you're not stomping on others' rights, and they will come after you, okay? Another reason why I've been doing a lot of web internet stuff over the last 10 years or so. If you're going to get into it, you'd better be serious about it and be willing to do it right. And it goes, one of the things I always say, what do I always say? What do I always say? I say a lot of things. Um, it's all arbitrary until someone makes a decision. And then it's support and maintenance. Oh, ow, 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 ow. You don't like that? Okay, we don't have to do that. I'm just messing with you. Okay, so what shall we talk about? Dia, some it's just so much. So I've released the first newsletter. If you want it and you haven't seen it, contact me and I'll send it to you. We also have the home. Excuse me. Okay, so where were we? Blah, 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 blah. Newsletter's out. I'd like to say a monthly newsletter. I'm sure we'll try to do that. But I don't know. I'm so excited these days, and there's so much I could share. I don't know what the frequency will be. Maybe daily, maybe hourly. Ding! Oh, you got mail. That's one of my impersonations I work on from time to time. I'm not very good at them, but that's why you got to practice. Yeah. You got mail. You got goodies. Anyhow. Yeah, met some amazing people today. I want to say any one of them, but that's not true. Um, but possibly some very fertile ground if they can just wrap their mind around it. If you can't wrap your mind around it, you probably won't be a working partner. And you might not want anything to do with us. And 10 years from now, you're going to, Unicorn Mint, I heard of them. Oh my God, I should have gotten in when I could have. Because this isn't a long, this isn't a, it's one, what do I always say? I say a lot of things. Um, it's not a standing order, is what I tell my pets. Like when I'm going to shut the door and stuff, you know. It doesn't mean you can apply for me to do this at any time. I'm offering it right now, and if you don't take it right now, um, I, okay, you do you. You do you. Um, yeah, that's one of the things I tend to think about. Well, not a lot, but often is the bumper sticker. Crap happens. I'm being nice. Crap happens, right? And my mental response is always, yeah, and especially around you. uh, that is, it starts being an indicator of someone you don't want on your cloud. And I say, I want fun and joy, and if you're bringing me down and I can't bring you up, I say, hey, you, get off of my cloud. For God's sakes, do you love your life? If you don't love your life, please, let's talk. Um, so newsletters out. So I've got a communication vehicle other than my YouTube playlist. Thank you for being here. Um, and I've got a homepage for unicornmint.fun. But we've run into some snags on getting it live on the internet. I'm working on it. I've got people working on it. But in the meantime, I put it on newbryce.com, and I've been mailing it out as an attachment. And I think maybe newsletter number two. Uh, yeah, you want to see marketing, you want to see branding. I'll show you some salesmanship um, when I care enough. But we'll include it as an attachment with newsletter number two. So I keep thinking like how the magazines and such started uh, loving putting like plastic covered trading cards, exclusive trading cards. Magic the Gathering did that. Certain Magic the Gathering cards you can only get if you bought, what was the name, Scry magazine or something. If you bought the magazine that had it in it, that's part of the collectability angle with Magic the Gathering. Oh, we should talk about Magic the Gathering sometime. I've learned from all of these case studies. I've seen them as they happen. I was very involved with the first few years of Magic the Gathering. In fact, the company Wizard of the Coast is based in Renton, Washington, just a little bit south of where I grew up. The more I think about things, I've had entrepreneurship going on all around me. Um, my junior high English teacher, Mr. Wilson, was the dad of the Wilson sisters of the Heart rock band fame. And in fact, I think it was Nancy Wilson. I get the two mixed up. One of the Wilson sisters was like finishing up with college, and she came to Mr. Wilson's class and performed for us. Got on a stool and performed for us, and it was wonderful. And she wasn't the Wilson sister then. It was 2 or 3 years later that they went up to Vancouver, BC, and recorded their first album, and it became a huge hit. And then, of course, that's entrepreneur. A rock band is an entrepreneurial effort. And I often tell people I'm not only I'm a solopreneur, I'm also like a rock band entrepreneur. I loathe to put money into things until I know the ROI or the value and that we've got the money. I've got the money. I've spent a lot of money on learning entrepreneurial stuff, thousands and thousands. And one guy I remember in one of the communities I was in said, "I've spent 30,000 on this stuff, and I've come back to you guys." And this sort of it had to do with what people are calling digital marketing these days. Um, Anyhow, that LLC is Lead Gen Magic. If anyone remembers Lead Gen Magic, that LLC is still sitting out there waiting for workers. It's just, I'm not going to allocate you to it. There's not enough money in it and too much frustration. No, we'll be working on much higher value projects. So, those are the three vehicles of communication I got going. But it's kind of fun. And I'm finding myself telling people that they want to give me their contact information and all this sort of stuff. And no, I'm sorry, please, thank you. I'm not going to contact you. I'm not going to. No, you need to come to me, and then I can react. That's the kind of um, team leader I am, I guess. I mean, that's the whole problem. If I could follow up and follow through, I would be, and I probably wouldn't need partners. I could continue to be a solopreneur. But no, I don't want employees. I don't want wage slaves. I don't want venture capital. I want working partners that are co-owners. And so you don't, you're ignorant. I'm sorry, but it's true. Sorry, please, thank you. You're ignorant. If you could see what I can see, and I can try to show it to you, but you get a bit of passive income and you never go back. Or maybe you do. I don't know. That's my epitaph, by the way. IDK period. Um LOL exclamation point. That's my epitaph. If I ever have a memorandum or whatever, and I can put it that way because I doubt I'll have a tombstone because I'm okay with being cremated. In fact, I'd like someone to take my ashes up to Rainy Pass in the Cascades and throw my ashes off the cliff above the forest. That's what I want. That's what I want. I don't much care if that's what happens or not, but if there's someone who loves me enough, if someone loves me, I want to do my last wish. Well, there you go. Okay. It's funny. I like the group For Love Not Lisa, but the one that I guess was their big hit and is played on YouTube is not their best work. Let's leave it at that. I'm surprised because they have some other really cool songs that should have been hits. Anyhow, a lot of virtual assistants around. Question is, are they willing and can they learn to be a project manager? It's what I really need. And if you're not that kind of virtual assistant, then maybe the project managers can use you for whatever it is you do when you do what you do. All right? Yeah, why do I put it that way? Because the Department of Redundancy department gives me points, at least probably 50, maybe 100 points for that. So you get in my world you get rewarded for redundancy. Good time to bounce this.